Hey, what is up, YouTube? What is up, Christianology family? So we have a video of why black athletes, like dating white women. Okay, let's get straight to the video. If you guys like the video, kindly hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I'm thinking of not even doing this anymore, asking for you guys to sub. If you guys enjoy the content, you hit the sub. It is what it is. But I'm not trying to like keep harping it down your necks because it gets annoying. We all use YouTube and we understand how people be like, yeah, yo, subscribe. But YouTubers need subscriptions, bro. We need subscriptions because it helps us. It helps us also make a living off of YouTube, right? All right.
As we've been doing, we've been reviewing some of these videos that we've seen online that are consistent with the things that we always talk about. But this is a funny topic because it does fit into the mode of us being, biracial, a biracial couple. This concept of
And the audio is
athletes
always
dating
bad.
white women,
I don't
like this
understand.
has been black athletes dating white women. It's been they already knew what I was talking about because that's how stigmatized it is. But there was a clip that we saw that gives a perspective on it. I don't know how accurate it is, but it gives a perspective on what a person's opinion was with athletes that he knew who date white women. Roll the video.
Why are all these black college athletes that are getting drafted having white women? What's going on? I am going to tell you. As someone that is friends with a lot of D1 football players and D1 basketball players, I'm going to tell you because they have told me.
It's hot in here,
Before I
boy.
get into this, I want to make it clear I'm only into black women. I'm just telling you what they have told me. My man said, bro, how many white women have you seen do the Meg Thee Stallion challenge? And he said, excluding the ones that think they're 2 shades away from being Lotto. I said, probably only 1. He said, okay. Y'all, 5 of my guys that play on Division 1 Power 5 football teams, and they were like, Goody, you know the type of NIL deals we got. One of my men said, bro, I was messing with this black girl. She heard about the deal I got and started to request money, Apple Pays and Cash Apps, for her hair and nails. I said, oh shit. My other friends were saying, bro, I would try to take her out to Chipotle, Kava, this and that. She would get mad talking about why are we going to steakhouses? You're good for it. I said, oh shit. They were like, bro, the white women, they're down to go and get a cup of coffee, go and get some fucking ice cream. My friends were like, bro, the white women we're dating, they pay for a lot of our stuff. I said, what do you mean? They said, bro, they know that we're making some money, but while we're at practice or we're at camp, they got us our favorite Cabo Bowl, double chicken, right? Waiting for them to come out of practice. My friends were telling me these girls are getting their group projects done, getting their essays done, online tests done on time. I said, wait, what? I said, bro, what about maintenance? There's no way y'all are not paying for her hair, nails, bags, her lifestyle. He said, bro, first of all, my girl will get her own Starbucks and even get me one, but if I want to be nice, I'll get her something, from Starbucks. And they were like, hair and nails. They don't even care about the nails, really, And if they do it themselves. Sometimes I pitch in. And I was like, all right, what about hair? They were like, bro, she's white. She just brushes it. We're flat irons it. She wants to be special. Jesus Christ, you're saving a lot of money. One of my men said this. He just got drafted.
That's one thing I like about white women, that they don't have to do all that fake hair stuff, bro. Like, as a black man, bro, that type of stuff kind of annoys me, bro. Like, so you've been on this earth for like 20 plus years and you still don't know how to grow your hair out. You still don't know how to maintain your hair, take care of your hair, style it correctly. You still don't know how to do that, and you have to go buy fake stuff just to put on top so you could cover your hair. You've been on the earth for 25 years. You still don't know how to take care of your hair so it could grow long, so you could style it and you could look good with your natural hair. What else do people want? I get that some people's natural hair might not look quote unquote attractive, but if you know how to take care of your hair, you can make it work. You can make it work and you can make it fit you. Because now you can save money, not having to buy $1,000 wigs, $2,000 weaves. And then you have to go get it installed too. And then installation too, they got to charge you. Please. That $2,000 that you're going to use on your fake hair, you could use for something else. For the kids, for a trip, whatever it is. Please. That's the only reason why I agree with that. Because, hey, white women, some of them wear fake hair. But the ones I've seen, every white woman I've seen, it looks like their real hair. And the issue is that black women will get fake hair that doesn't look nothing like their hair that will come out that scalp. So I don't get that either. You're wearing blue hair. Blue hair has never grown out of a human being's head. So why is it on your head? Yes, it's dyeing. People dye their hair colors, but that's not your real hair. Okay, so you went and got a fake hair that is fake dyed. Okay, you couldn't dye your real hair. I don't get that, man. I don't get it. I don't.
He said, bro, I was dating a black girl. Now I'm dating a white girl. I'm about to marry her. He said the difference between the black girl and the white girl, the biggest difference is the white girl knows when to shut the fuck up.
Whoa.
God damn. Listen, this is what they told me. Do with the information as you please. If it takes me 10 to 15 years to find a black woman that's compatible with me, that's what I'm going to do. But this is what they told me. So stop being surprised.
So I have to say, I played college football, and I had only dated black girls before I went to college because I only lived around black people.
Yeah.
And when I got to college, I can say that what this gentleman is saying is kind of exaggerated, but it is somewhat true.
Really?
White girls was just different, man.
It's different, but they want to take care of you, bro. They just want to take care of you for some reason. And I think too, look, let's be honest. Most white people, they got good middle class parents. They got some money. Black people, you starting up from the bottom. You're trying to get to the top. Your parents is relying on you to go to the NFL, to go to the NBA. So like, there's no money home. There's no money home. The girl too, she has to take out all these loans just to go to that school. If she doesn't get a scholarship, she's screwed. And even if she gets a scholarship, she's still broke. Cause now she has to go work at a minimum wage job. Like, she ain't got no money. Again, she going to college, she ain't got no money. Cause now she got to pay for that loan that she took out. You get me? So like, it's different. It's different because a lot of white people, they come from middle class, higher middle class. Sometimes they've been above middle class. They like freaking rich. So like, if they find a man that they find attractive, they could splurge because they have allowances. They have allowances. They don't have to work a regular job, or they can work a regular job, but their parents are also chipping in $2,000 a month. So if you're working if you're working a minimum wage job, making $2,000, and your parents are also chipping in $2,000, that's $4,000 a month. In a year, it's 48,000. And you don't even work that long. You work maybe 30, 40 hours a week. Your parents are also helping you. So
they were a little less in threat mode. I feel like black women feel like they had something to prove. Not all, but there were black women in college that had something to prove. They had to big up. They had to, I need this. I deserve this. And white girls was just taking care of brothers. Like all my homeboys that had white girlfriends, and some of it is economical, right? Some of them, their parents were taking care of their college, and they had a little money in the bank.
Sure.
And so some black dudes would date the white women because they were nice. They would take care of you. They'll get you food. They'll wash your clothes. They'll do stuff because they're not in threat mode. Like black women are like, I don't want nobody to take advantage of me. White girls were a little more gullible. And so dudes would date white girls and they would just go up and beyond.
Take advantage of them?
Some of them would take advantage of them because they were more naive. But some of what he's saying is kind of true. And not all were naive.
They weren't raised in survival mode in the hood.
Right. I mean, I gotta say every black girl was raised in the hood, but I feel like the sentiment from black girls is just a little different. I think now it's probably a lot worse than when I was in college.
Is that true? It's an exaggeration, I'm sure, but when he said that she would like Venmo and Cash App request his friend to like send her money.
See, I never experienced that because we didn't.
If you're like in a relationship.
From a personal experience, like my girl has taken care of me. And even though like she would send me some stuff or whatever it is, I was like, I didn't really want it because I didn't want it to be like, oh, you spending money on me, like whatever it is. I just wanted to be the one that was spending the money. I didn't want it to feel like she has to like chip in all the time or something like that. I don't like that type of feeling. So, but like my girl would be like, hey, you about to go get a haircut? Let me send you like $30, $40. Go get your haircut. Oh babe, you hungry? I'm about to go get something to go eat or something. Like I'm about to go out, go grab something to eat. You want something? Boom, she got me food. Hey babe, I'm cooking. You want a plate? Boom, you got food. Like stuff like that. That doesn't mean you have to be wealthy to do that. You don't need to be wealthy to be able to cook food for your man, to buy some shoes for your man, whatever it is, buy him some clothes, whatever that you feel like getting. You don't need to be rich to do that. And a lot of black people don't do that. A lot of black women don't do that. They don't show affection or love to their man. They don't take care of their man. You get me? They don't take care of their man because they're also struggling.
Relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend. I don't think that's that crazy to like, if you got some $1 million deal, I don't think that's crazy to like send your girlfriend money. It's weird to expect it, I think.
That's exactly what it is.
But like, if you're in a committed relationship, like boyfriend, girlfriend, I don't think that's that weird.
Well, these white girls,
No, it is weird.
I think some of these white girls that are going to college come from affluent families.
Yeah.
Not all, but I think probably a good
Most of
number
them.
of them
Yeah.
are
These
coming from
D1 schools,
a
they're going to
D1
like
schools,
university.
Power
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
They in the school.
Yeah.
You know, you
Scholarship.
got
Or
40,000 students in the school. There's a group of women who are used to having money,
Mm-hmm.
and they're playing the
35,000 of
long
them
game.
white.
They're like,
yeah, and it's no
Right.
sweat off their nose
right.
to buy their boyfriend a $20 kava bowl of their, you know.
Because they trying to win.
Daddy's money.
They trying to win him. They trying to make him
Yeah.
feel this is how hey, mama treat their daddy. And they do some of these things, and they
Yeah.
know the dude is gonna make some real money one day, but they want him to choose her. That's why
Yeah.
you see these NFL, and I'm telling you, and it's not just because
Regular
there
white
are no
women.
black girls that do this. It's just sheer numbers, right? You just
There's
gotta
more white people in America
do a
than black
mathematical
people.
equation. So it's not always just because black women are like this, right? Some of that is the case, but
And the thing is, most black women not going to these D1 schools. They're going to HBCUs, Howard, all that stuff. They're not going there. They're not going to D1 schools. They're not. UCLA, Florida Tech, whatever it is.
you got to think. You go to a University of Alabama.
Yeah.
How many white girls compared to black girls at the University of Alabama? Or at
Colorado.
the University of Arizona,
Yeah.
ASU, Penn State. So
LSU.
you got this influx of these celebrity black men who are probably in the best shape of their life, coming from all over the country,
Yeah.
and they are attracting women who are, some of them come from affluent families
Yeah.
because they think some of these dudes are going to make money one day, in part. But if you were a black man
true.
going out and you're looking for a quality woman that comes from a good family, that's not in threat mode, that don't have nothing to prove, and they're very generous and kind and loving and supportive,
Respectful.
you're gonna end up
Being
if you
choosing a
pick
white woman. Most of
dated
the time.
black and white women equally, you're gonna end up with a white woman just based on numbers. And I
There's
think a
more
lot
white
of times
women.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
You see these Alabama football players and everybody getting drafted got a white girl.
Wasn't that a joke during the draft a few weeks ago where like all the dudes getting the, you know, round picks, they're all with like their white girlfriends?
Well, so
That, like I saw memes of it on Instagram.
so
like,
are the white
Instagram.
players, right? I mean, you think about it, it's just sheer numbers. And black people just disproportionately are represented in the sports world. You got to think there's an influx of a 90 or I would say 70 players on a team, and probably 90% of them are black, depending on the school.
Yeah.
And so you have this influx of black people
Sure.
disproportionately represented in the athletic department, and it's not necessarily reflected in the
All
school.
the black girls are going to Howard.
But all the black girls, it's not a lot of black girls, and all the black girls already done either talk to one of the black dudes at some point, right? They kind of get. I'm not trying to be derogatory, but they already been dated. So
All the black girls, you think?
let me give you an example.
Uh-huh.
The girl that I was in a long-term relationship with, well, not long-term, we was together for like 2 years, which was long.
Yeah,
That's long.
In college, before she dated me, she dated my best friend.
Oh, you guys like
And then of course, me and him became best friends after, but before that, she
Eskimo
dated
brothers.
him. And she dated another dude on the football team. So this one black girl had dated a dude that was a senior on the team, my homeboy when he was a freshman, and then me when I was a freshman.
Yeah, but once he's a senior and he graduated, it doesn't count anymore.
Well, if it does, no, it's totally fine if it didn't count. But what I'm saying is that
Yeah.
this one girl, who was an incredible girl in my opinion,
that's her type. She likes
she
football players.
liked black guys.
Like athletes,
They're in
huh?
college, and
Athletes, yeah.
all of them having to be a football players.
Oh, ripped.
And she ended up dating like 3 dudes on the team, and she was a wonderful woman. But you got to think, like, if I was really holding on to the fact of I wanted a woman that didn't date other dudes on the team already,
Yeah.
you know, you the black girls, it's only a few that you can pick from because they all have tried to date all the black athletes.
That's funny you say that because there was that show, Wags on MTV. I think it was on MTV, like Wives and Girlfriends. There was a girl in there who was like married to a football player, and that was her thing. It was like, I'm a wife. I'm a wife. There, she's not a wife anymore. But she dated. Her husband went to the same college as like my long-term boyfriend, and she dated my ex before she dated her husband. So like your point is spot on.
They say, I mean, I get it, man. There's an appeal,
Yeah.
right? I mean, you got to think.
Appeal of what? White girls?
No,
Or
there's an
black
appeal
athletes?
to the athletes. You know, I think that women, not all, because some women are like not interested in it, but some women are interested in these people because they're very unique and special individuals. Like I said, they're in the best shape of their life. They're not the average college frat boy.
To be an elite athlete, you have to have elite
Some muscle
physique.
on.
You have to be you have to have you have to be more confident, you have to be better thinking, you have to outperform, hundreds of other people. And that is appealing because it's biological. You want the man who's going to survive and be the fittest and protect you, and you want that guy. So
You want
it's something
him.
about star status. It's even with
Yeah,
women. If a
status.
man
I don't even think it's star status. I think for the athletes, it's like that guy is dominating, every other guy his age, and like that is what will keep my bloodline going.
And it's an appeal and intrigue also because these people are coming from around the country. Most people that go to universities are going in state because out of state tuition is insane.
Yeah.
So most people from Ohio is going to Ohio State. Most people.
Oh yeah.
And most people are going to these schools, but the players and the athletes, the basketball,
you're right.
football, track,
Yeah.
they're coming from all around the country. I
That's
remember when
true.
I first went to college, women were so attracted to dudes from Texas because we had a Southern accent.
Oh yeah.
And these
And
women
you're
are from
country boy.
Arizona. And so we come in there and say, we love being here and all this. And they just like, oh, it's really from Texas, a Southern accent, or somebody from the South.
Look at this little Negro.
To people that's from Arizona because it's not a lot of
It's cute Negro.
And so that's kind of part of it. What?
Say it again.
Again?
There's not a lot of culture in Arizona.
There's not a lot of culture in Arizona. It's just Mexican and white. And then you got like the hybrids from California. I honestly believe most people from Arizona ain't even from Arizona.
No, I'm not.
You not. I'm not. He not. He not.
Where are you from, Juan?
Wisconsin.
no
There ain't no
culture.
black people.
Ain't no culture
Him
in
and
Wisconsin
him
either.
and his family is from Wisconsin. Ain't no black people in Wisconsin. Now Milwaukee got a whole bunch of black people. That's why it's so much crime. But anyway, I'm just kidding. I'm just telling the truth.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, clearly that's a big generalization, but
I do think when there's a stereotype, there's some substance.
There's some truth to it.
it comes from somewhere. Do you think that most it's because, I shouldn't say most, but a lot of these, and from statistics, it's like black girls, aren't they like the most graduating from college, like out of any other group? So like there's a lot of black girls going to college, but a lot of those girls, I'm going to assume, did not have fathers at home if you're just going off sheer statistics. And so then, yeah, you got daddy issues. So you've got issues with guys, but I don't know. It would take a lot for me to ask a boyfriend in college to like give me money. That never happened.
But let's bring this up too. I also think some of these white girls are experiencing what these black guys are experiencing, which is a conundrum that I experienced.
What do you mean?
Which means that the white girls may not have ever dated a black guy.
Oh yeah.
So there's a intrigue.
Yeah.
They're intrigued and they treat them special, right?
Yeah.
And these black guys have never dated a white woman, so now they're intrigued by them. And it happened to me. When I went to college, I never even thought about white girls. White girls. You can bring a white girl home. You'll sell out Uncle Tom Coon.
Yeah.
That's what people will call you. So in high school, I would never think about it. When I got to college, close your ears.
You saw them snow bunnies.
White girls was on point. I mean, when I was in high school, we were like, oh, white girl with a flat booty. They ain't got it like the sisters, boy. You go to college, I don't know what they feeding them in college, but them white girl had booties and everything. But when
it's a new world.
But when you're in college
New system.
and a black guy dates a white girl for the first time, it's a level of intrigue too.
Yeah.
And if you come from the hood, because a lot of these young dudes are coming from the hood.
Right.
They can make it to college
through football.
Yeah. And they wouldn't necessarily be there, generally speaking.
Totally.
So like the dudes I played, most of the dudes I played with
was there with their white girlfriend and their mother.
And here's another thing that people were tripping about, right?
Where's daddy?
They were tripping about the fact that the white girl was trying to get airtime and hugging the boyfriend.
Oh, I saw that one where the mom was like,
I had that experience.
You did?
Well, in part, because when I was at my draft party on my birthday,
your
my
white
child's mom, my fiance at the time, came to my draft party.
Yeah.
She the only white person there. And my aunties and my ghetto family, a lot of people in my ghetto family was there, and it was kind of interesting because
ghetto family's nice though.
Yeah, but they nice. Everybody's normal, but sometimes they, like my auntie was high, and her and the boyfriend was high, and it was embarrassing, right? I got this white girl that come from a good family, and we talking to my aunt, and they speak in a foreign language.
Speaking of
They were high on crack, and I'm like,
That's
and I know she
crazy.
was like, of course, she didn't want to make a face, but I'm like, what you smoke before you came here?
Crack don't smoke yourself, honey.
But you got to also think that these white girls are spending more time with these athletes than their parents are because they're out of state. And so they build a relationship, right? And they're like cuddling and hanging out every day. When they go to the draft party, they still think they like that, right? They still want to be like, I love you. I'm so happy for you. You got drafted. And mama and them are like, what the? You are an outsider.
Yeah.
That's my baby. And then they get weird because they don't know how to engage because they're like, well, I don't know how to not be happy for him. This is my man. Like we spend every day together. I go to all his football games.
Yeah, this is like my bestie.
This is my bestie. Like I'm excited for him. Let me hug him. But they don't understand that
Mama
it's two things that are happening. One is you're not family. Yeah. The other one is you're a white girl.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'm telling you as sure as I'm sitting here.
No, it's so true. My ex, we were together on and off for like 5 years. This ex who played football also. And
she one of them on the football team.
She one of them. She one of them.
And oh yeah, like the first 4 or 5 times I met his mom, she was like, "Oh, nice to meet you." It was like, you know damn well I'm the same one that was here 2 weeks ago. Like I see you being messy. And he was just like, "Oh no, that's just my mom. She's just tough." And we were really close eventually, but like, don't play me.
It's a thing though.
Yeah.
If you
It is a thing.
Look at the comments.
It's a thing. It's weird.
Yeah.
You see how people talking about it?
Roasted.
Black people feel that way too. Yeah. It's kind of awkward for mama. Yo, you got a whole black family.
Yeah.
And grandma and them grew up in a time where they had to drink out of different water fountains.
Sure.
And some of these kids from the South bringing these white girls home is kind of like, you really brought a white girl into the family? Like, this girl don't know you. She's just looking for money.
She's looking for money.
Feel some type of way. So the family may be slightly rejecting it. Yeah. That's not always the case.
You know, that white girl been buying you extra chicken kava bowl.
Chicken kava bowl.
I was broke. Y'all wasn't giving me no food.
Waiting for you when you come from practice.
She got me Christmas presents.
Nice. She said
she cooked for me. She cleaned my clothes.
This is where I think
buying you new Nikes.
This is where black women mess up.
She take me out on my birthday.
They take black men for granted a little bit. Maybe they should. I don't know. But they feel as if they don't want to get taken advantage of. Yeah. White girls are not all. You know, they don't.
They're more like relaxed. They don't care. Yeah.
Let me look. He's working hard at the practice all day long.
Let me be good to you.
Let me be good to you. Let me treat you.
A lot of now it's totally a stereotype. You don't gotta slide in the DMs. But a lot of statistics show if a lot of black girls maybe didn't grow up with a dad, and if you hadn't seen that and you have an animus towards men, and you think like, oh, my dad played my mom or whatever, then like that's how men are. So you do have like a chip on your shoulder, or you're like wounded, so you don't want to you know what I mean? You don't want to do too much and leave yourself open to get taken advantage of. So you have a totally different mindset than Becky, who, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mama served their dad and was sweet to their dad, and dad.
But also, black women have seen game, so they recognize game.
That is true.
White women don't.
They don't know
game that black dudes be pulling.
That is.
So they come in like, oh my God, he said he loves me.
They think he's gonna be just like Teddy, your boyfriend from high school, who worshipped the ground he walked on.
Right.
And
oh my God, he's been at practice all day. Yeah. Oh my God, he come in at midnight every night. And the black girls are like, my daddy did that to my mama.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying all, but I'm saying these things happen.
Yeah.
So black girls are kind of looking at dudes trying to play them to the side, like, I already see what game you pushing.
Yeah.
And I ain't falling for it. You're not finna play me. And white girls are just like, wow, I'm not really familiar with culture. But I think it works because I'm telling you, I'm gonna say this, then we can move on.
Yeah.
But when I was in college, I dated all black women. But the thing is, all the black women I ever dated always had issues with their daddy.
Always.
The first girl I dated, she didn't know her daddy. The second girl I dated, her dad was in prison. And then come to find out, her dad was in prison because her dad raped her, the first girlfriend, which is how he went to prison. So now these two black women hate each other. And now she got a negative perception of black men because she got raped. That wasn't me. It was just women that I dated. And then when I got to college, the girl that I dated, she was a really good girl, and she was very sweet and nice and kind. She didn't know her daddy.
Yeah.
She met her daddy later in life, and she was in her late 20s.
Yeah.
She was raised by her mama, and her mama was not easy to get along with. She was very sweet once you got past the barrier. But you got to think that's what I experienced. But then you get into the white culture.
Yeah.
Where you like, oh, people
Free.
got both their parents at home?
They got both their parents. They don't care.
It's a real thing, bro.
Hey,
It's like,
hey, David could come over? I'm shocked. I'm like, what? I could come over? What the heck? I could come over? That's normal? Whoa, okay. That's a different culture. Like, the white parents gonna let you come over to their daughter's crib. Black people, huh? You bringing that Negro here to come eat all our food? Huh? Nah, it was different. It was definitely different. And I even went to when I was like a little bit younger in high school, whatever. Like I went to like more white people's homes than black people. It's just true. More white families were like more inviting. They wanted me there. It was like, hey, come on, buddy, come play the Xbox with us or whatever. We could just chill a little bit for a few hours. Doing and we gonna go and we'll take him back home or whatever it is. I was like, cool. They were like, cool. Hey, bring him over. That's fine with us. He could eat. Are you hungry? Hey, little Negro, you hungry? Something like that. I'm joking. It's all jokes. All jokes, man. Come on.
Man, that's crazy, man. Like they got a good family and like everybody, ain't nobody tripping, nobody arguing and all this stuff.
They're feeding me.
It becomes something you feel like you want to be a part of.
Right.
And I'll tell you this. Here's another thing. If you look at statistical data, you look at poverty amongst blacks, you look at all this stuff. When these people are millionaires and they go off to the NFL, sometimes they begin to date white women because some of these women know what success look like. And they move past that hood culture stuff and they look forward to people with 2-parent homes and understand what family structure looks like and they fall in love with that. And if you see successful black men marrying black women, look at, for the most part, look at what they come from. They probably come from good stock. Women know how to take care of themselves. Their parents are middle class. They probably had both of their parents at home, unless they brought them up from high school sweethearts. But when they go intentionally date women as their pros and they got money, a lot of these women they got their stuff together. Look at LeBron James' wife.
They met in high school.
Ghetto and weird.
Yeah, she don't look like that.
She's not the sexy red type.
She's not the sexy red ghetto,
Maybe she could be, but the thing is she's not publicly showing us. That's the good thing. Don't show us that you ghetto and ratchet. Do that at home where the cameras are not showing. But if you do that outside, that's when it's embarrassing for the culture and the whole. Because most black people are not like y'all. We not ratchet and ghetto outside. Maybe in the home we are free to be who we are, but outside we gotta show a different type of image. We have to look presentable so that when advertisers or brand people come, hey, look at that Negro. We could advertise him. He's cool. He's not all tatted up. He's not all thugged out or whatever it is. He doesn't sag his pants. Let's give him $1 million. Let's give him our products. Let's sign him.
Handbag type woman. She probably got her stuff together. She's very well put together.
Yeah.
She seems very modest at times and stuff like that. So, and you look at a lot of those NFL dudes that date black women. You look at the NBA players that date black women. I mean, Marcellus Wiley. I mean, his wife was on the Real Housewives thing or whatever, which I never watch and I don't want to watch it because I don't want to think bad.
It's too ghetto.
But if you go look at his wife. I'm pretty sure she came from a good family. She seems very smart.
She was adopted though.
Right. Okay. She's very articulate.
Oh yeah, she's like a nurse anesthetist.
Right. She's very smart. So it's like, yeah. I mean, of course, there's black women that exist that are like that, and because it's not really just race. It's really, and then you look at the percentages. You're like more white women are like this than black women, unfortunately.
Maybe in a college setting,
I think in general. In general, same thing with black men. It's black men, you good, I'm good. A lot of black men struggle.
Yeah, it's true.
If you look at black men who are raised in these single parent homes too, they struggle.
Oh yeah.
Because if my mama would teach me and my brother how to treat women and stuff like that. My mama would like try to coach us on how to date and how to talk to women and stuff like that. Some mamas really ain't talking to their boys like that. They struggling. They got 5 boys. They ain't got time to do that. They don't know what to say to their boys. These boys grow up without any guidance on how to be a man. So they come across very immature, and some women ain't got time for that.
Sometimes
I ain't got time
feminine.
to be raising no man. It's like, really, he didn't get taught how to be a man because he was raised by a woman who can't teach him how to be a man.
True.
And so a lot of black men come, at a disadvantage to a certain degree.
Unfortunately, man. And all this happens because you don't put God first. You don't listen to God. God tells us, hey, don't date a man that is not Christ-centered. He's not living his life for God. You go date that person gets you pregnant. Now you're a single mom because that person was not a good man in the beginning. He's not going to be there for you. He's not going to be faithful, loyal, and take care of you and be a good provider and be a good father. He's not going to do that. So please be careful, black women. Be careful. Close your legs. Black men, zip your pants up. You don't need to enter every hole. Black women, you don't need every single pole to enter you because that's disgusting and nasty, and STDs are real. So please protect yourself. Be careful, okay? I'm going to see y'all on the next one. Peace.